So in the past, I would say 2 years or so, I've been placing trades only on one platform, and that is Tradingview for manual trading. Today I'd like to show you how that works. What's up, traders? Welcome back to Bangkok in Thailand. Like I said earlier, in the past 2 years I've been using only Tradingview for my manual trading. I'm connecting there to place my trades on the platform directly. And today I want to show you how that works, how to go through things, what to look at, how to set up your chart, and how to place trades with Tradingview. Now, I'll go through all the details. If you have any question on this later on, make sure you comment below in the comment section, and we'll address those questions as well later on. But for now, let's get on the chart. So right now, I'm on Tradingview. I unlogged so that everything would be kind of like default, what people would see normally. Okay, I think there's still some things over here that I had on my chart. But I want to go through different things. And the first things that you got to think about when you use Tradingview as your platform is kind of like the charts that you will be looking at. So here I have the chart you guys will see of FXCM. Now I have no account with FXCM, I don't show them at all, but I've noticed that the charts that you will see with other brokers tend to have basically different bars or whatever of the sort. So for example, if we take those with Oanda, and I've used these charts in the past, they tend to not show up properly the gaps in the market. So there might be a big gap or a big jump in the market, but the chart will show it here as a regular candlestick, which might not be exactly what you want to have. Okay, might not be the best idea ever. So that's kind of why I use FXCM, and I like the chart better. You decide whichever you want to use. There's multiple ways to use the chart here. But keep in mind that if you are going to use a FXCM chart and connect your account to Oanda, you cannot trade on those charts. You're going to have to trade on the Oanda charts. Okay, that's just given. So you're going to have to kind of use one chart to look at only and one chart to enter trades, which might be tricky, might be a little bit tough. But in most cases, just use a chart that your broker provides on Tradingview. Okay, you have multiple of them. If you just type in any pair, you'll find all the ones available: ICE, Saxo Bank, Forex.com, Oanda, FXCM. Okay, so pick whichever you want. I'll pick Oanda over here because I'm going to trade with that and show you guys how that works. Now the next step is you want to look at here below where it says Trading Panel. Okay, you're going to click on that, and then you have a few options to connect your account. So AMP, CQG, Forex, Polinex, TraderVat, whatever, TradeStation, coming soon. And so I'm going to use Oanda, which is the one I have. Okay, and here you can connect. Some people ask me if you can connect live and demo. Yes, you can connect both live and demo. Just pick whichever option you want. For here, I'll go with the demo option because I basically want to show you guys how to enter trades, and I would not be smart on a live account. Okay, so I'm just going to wait for this to load over here, and then you're going to connect your account. Then you select whichever account you want to use for that strategy over here. I'll go with the primary account. And then you're going to be sent back to Tradingview, where you'll be able to see all your history over here. And I see this account doesn't have much money. It's only less than $1,000, less than $800. But we'll still use that for now. Okay, that's totally fine. So over here below, you've got your regular trading panel, like in any platform, like in MetaTrader 4 would be similar. Here are going to be your open positions, and net positions like a recap of everything. Then you have your account summary, okay, which here won't be showing much because there's no trades that have been placed in the past. It's not going to show any history because there was no trade on Tradingview in the past. And notification, I don't think we'll get anything for now. Okay, that's fine. Now, what we'll do is, if you have multiple accounts, you will see them here, okay, which is a kind of good thing. If you want to connect other brokers, you'll see them here also, so you can change that anytime you want. Now, what we'll do is we'll place a trade. So right now, the market is open. I'm going to go over here. Basically, the way you do this is you will go on the chart, and you will do trade, okay, and then you can do buy, sell, whichever you prefer, or just create an order, okay. So right-click on the chart, get that trade, and then select what you want to do. So I'll just do a buy over here, buy on that pair. And here's what I love about Tradingview. Okay, that's really massive. So basically it's giving you a window over here like this, and from this window then you put your price, what you want to enter. You're going to be able to put a few different things, so this is fine, leave it as is, that's fine. Then here's where you put in the amount, and basically you are able to know how much to put in here based on your stop loss and take profit. Okay, so how about you decide that, and it's going to show here your risk. So with those number of units for this account of $794 or whatever, it's going to be a risk of $4, okay, Canadian, 0.5% of the account, and that's what you have over here. Okay, so basically, what if you want to risk 1%, and let's say your stop loss is going to be at 1.04, and I'm making up a number for no reason here, just to show you. So here that will be 3.27%, so a little bit too high. Now what if you want to put this 1%, put 1% over here, that's going to adjust. And now technically, if you look, for example, a 3-to-1 of reward to risk, right, you would look at this would be your 3, so 3%, 3-to-1, and then you've just adjusted everything. Your stop loss, take profit is all adjusted, okay, based on these factors over here. So 1% of your account you risk, 3% is your take profit, and it's just going to adjust everything here by itself. Okay, the pip of difference for your stop loss, your take profit, the price for your stop loss, take profit, and the amount in dollar in your account or whatever currency you have. Here, GDT is going to be good till date, so you can set a date when the order will be canceled, basically, and that would be over here. I think this probably is in your local time zone. Like for me right now, it is 5:34 p.m., so that would possibly make sense. It was set for like tomorrow when you open the trade. That's fine. Then we'll just leave it as is. We won't put any date over here. No need to put a date. Now what we'll do is over here, if you want to change for sell, just move this to sell, buy, it's fine. And what we'll do now is just place the trade, because it's going to tell you the pip value over here if you want to load pip value. It's going to tell you the trade value if you want to load trade value also, which I don't really care about, but that is going to be fine. And I think this will be the spread. Okay, now we're just going to do buy, and so demo accounts, there's no risk, it's fine. And then that's going to be done. Okay, so we have our trade over here. We did put a buy stop, so it's a little bit above. Now what happens if we're going to take a market order? Okay, so that's a trade that won't be triggered for a while, so we'll leave it here. But I want to show you guys how you can also take a buy, like a market order. Okay, so we'll just create a new order, and we'll do it market. We'll do it at so we'll set this up like we had before. Stop loss will be 1%. Okay, and we'll put a stop loss. Now price is at 1.04, we'll do 1.04. Okay, it's going to be 1%. Oops. Obviously we'll have to remove this over here. So 1.04, here we go. And we'll put our take profit over here at, let's say, 2%. Okay, so 2-to-1 of reward to risk on that trade. Now we'll do a buy, and this is a buy market, so it should be executed right now. And we're in the trade. Now we'll see over here the result of the trade in the panel. Okay, we've got some orders. These are orders we placed in the past. It's a little bit confusing if you look at it that way, but don't be too caught up in this. It's fine. Basically, doors are inactive. So these ones that will be activated once you enter the trade, and these, the fill, are the ones that have been filled, like the bar we just made right now. And the working are those that will be active now. So we are looking to enter a trade, and we're looking to possibly exit this trade with two different, so I'll take profit, stop loss. Okay, that's what it says over here. And so all is right there. Now, if you look at your positions, you can see your net positions or your individual. Right now we only have one, so it doesn't make any sense. It's still the same. And then you see the pip, so profit like you would see anywhere else, okay, and profit percent right now. So kind of a quick overview, quick thing to look at. Okay, I don't think you're gonna see this in MetaTrader 4. You don't see the profit percentage, so kind of a nice thing to have it here. Okay. Now, if you want to modify the order, you can modify over here by clicking the kind of small pen near the order. And if you want to close it, just close it here. And the other thing is, if you want to modify your order, okay, like we could just zoom in over here and modify this order. So we change the stop loss, and not this one. This one is the other one. So we change. So we'll change the stop loss. For example, we just move it down and do modify, just to confirm that this is what we want to do. And stop loss is down here. We want to change the take profit. Move it over here, and we do modify take profit. Okay, take profit change. Now, if you want to remove a take profit, just take it out. It's fine. Now, if you want to take out a stop loss, you just move it out over here. If you want to take off your take profit, just take it off over here. Make sure you don't click the other one. So we will do this and yes. And now we just have the order placed in the market. Okay. And basically now you just have to kind of keep that trade as you planned it beforehand and as you are expecting to trade that pair. And once you've done, well, now we have no take profit, but you can close it manually or wait for your take profit to get hit on that pair. Okay. Now I'm just going to close it over here, and that will be it. Okay. So now the order is closed, and that means that if we go back in our history, now we've got more loss in that account, and we have that history over here. Okay, so we've updated the trade a few times, trade update, trade update, trade update. We created this in the past, and now we close it here with this loss in the market. Okay, so that's pretty simple. That's pretty cool. I think that makes a lot of sense. Now I'm just going to close these ones over here. So we've got a buy stop that I don't want to have. We'll remove it. And everything else cancelled. So no trade in the market, which is all done. Okay, so guys, that's pretty much how this works in TradingView. If you have any questions, make sure you comment below in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer your questions. I've been using this for, as I said, 2 years or so, and maybe even more, I'm not sure exactly, for manual trading. It works really well. Not all brokers connect with this, of course. If you don't have a broker that connects with this, I'm personally using Oenda. You can use whatever broker you want and connect it there. I know there are some regulations in the sense that not all countries can connect to TradingView with their brokers. People in Europe might have a hard time with this, to be able to connect with their broker. So if that's your case, then there's not much you can do other than wait and find a way to escape those regulations, which I don't necessarily recommend. That's up to you. But I hope that makes sense. So comment with what you thought. As always, here are a few comments from the past video. I appreciate you guys for leaving your comments as always. Subscribe if it's not done yet, and I'll catch you back here in Bangkok for another video tomorrow. Ciao.